Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I have a small haul, but we will make a project too. So I ordered one of the Simon Says Stamps special release kits. It's not one of the monthly kits. They did a special Christmas kit. They also did a tag kit too. I did order that one, waiting for that one to come in as well. But I ordered a couple of other things, and one of them was these sentiment strips, and they're this direction would be good for a landscape 5x7 card or a slimline card. And I went ahead and got 2 sets of these for Christmas. Sorry about the phone. And then I decided to get another one of their new 3D embossing folders. This one has the poinsettia in the frame and what looks like snow around the outside. I did a video with the forest border one, and it turned out really good. I really liked their 3D embossing folder, so I decided to get that one too. Okay, let's dive into this kit. We got peppermint this time. It's a lollipop. So many things in this kit. Okay, so we got a couple of Gina K designed blending brushes. So always good to have some of those. Extras of those. I'm starting to get a collection of them now, so I think I'm going to start dedicating some to certain colors. So I don't have to clean them as often. Isn't that terrible? So we got some Audrey Blue and Jelly Bean full-size ink pads. And this kit is full of lots of Doodlebug stuff. Aren't these the most precious little things? I may have to hoard these and not use them on something. They're 3D. They're so pretty. These are cute too. Shape sprinkles. We'll use those. Okay, we got this die of this city skyline. I think it's a city skyline. That's what it's supposed to be. We want to be your one-stop shop. Well, they pretty much are. They got everything. Okay, we got some envelopes in metallic red, Audrey Blue. Love their metallic envelopes. And just white. Their envelopes are very heavy duty too, heavy. Oh, we got some Tim Holtz snowflake dies, 2 of them. Let's see how big they are. You never have enough snowflake dies, right? Oh yeah, those are good size dies, yes. Very nice. Okay, and then here's the Doodlebug paper. Typical Doodlebug fashion. That little sleigh and reindeers. Oh, like the plaid. Some cut aparts. So sweet. Doodlebug stuff's always so sweet. The gingerbread. Had that or a similar sheet like that before, like that. Okay, get a polka dot stencil, and we get some stickers, and then the stamp set. So this is called We Believe. Oh, that'll be cute to do that over the town. How sweet. Oh, I like that too. Okay. And then we've got Audrey Blue, Jelly Bean Green. We got a white. That I think is Doll Pink. Oh, we got a piece of their new holographic stuff. Ooh, isn't that crazy on camera? It's very thick too. Okay. So I'm sure that some of these things will be available individually, and we will link them down below, but we'll also make make a project. Okay, for our first card, we're going to stamp out this Santa image coming out of the chimney, and we're going to Copic color it. And I moved my stamp block, and I got a little bit of a ghosting image, so I had to stamp it again. No big deal, because I am going to use a die and cut this out. And so pretty easy Copic coloring here, you know, not a lot of different colors, so pretty simple color scheme. So recently I was asked by one of my viewers to, whenever I do a card kit unboxing and project, that I do more than one or two projects. So for this one I am going to do 6 cards and 2 tags. Didn't quite get to 10, but I've got a lot of other things product that I want to make cards with, so I needed to kind of move along. So we will do a couple of tags featuring stencils and Copic coloring. We will do 3 tags just using the pattern paper in the kit, and then we will do I said tags, I meant cards, sorry, cards. And then we'll do a card with some ink blending and that city skyline die that was in the kit. And then we will do 2 tags, one with Copic coloring, one with pattern paper, and those sprinkles of the lights. They're so cute. Anyway, so back to this. Like I said, we are just Copic coloring. I have written down all the Copic colors that I used, and everything will be over on my blog post for this video, because it is so much product in this kit. I mean, that was a crazy amount of product in this kit, right? So much product in this kit, and then my basic supplies that I needed to do the projects, and then, you know, a couple of the other things I threw in to complete some of the cards. So it's a lot, and there's a lot of different Copic markers that I used as well. So I'm just going to link everything over on the blog post, and I'll have the blog post linked down in the video description below. So these cards are all pretty easy, pretty self-explanatory. If there's something I think I need to point out, then we'll point that out as we go along. So been busy trying to finish my Christmas shopping. I think that I am done. I need some things that I have ordered to come in, and I'm hopeful that those will be in this week, and I won't have to stress about that anymore. And then trying to get all my Christmas cards done. I think I mail out like 35, and I'm not there yet. So I need to get things in gear and get them done. But oh my gosh, it's so hard to just nail down the time to get these things done. And I need to wrap presents. I haven't even started wrapping presents. In our spare bedroom, everything is just piled everywhere. It's on the bed, it's on the floor. It's just everywhere. So I want to get presents wrapped this week. I need to get some cards out into the mail. I think that I will just print off all my labels and then mail out the ones that are furthest away. And then as I get more done, then I will mail out the ones that are in Texas, because we do have quite a few that are out of state that we mail out. Greg has a rather large family. And so we have quite a few cards that have to go to Florida. Anyway, so, and as the closer you get to the holiday, the slower the mail runs, because they're just so inundated with all the packages and cards and whatnot this time of year. So I am using one here. I'm using one of the stencils, the stencil that came in the kit. And it's just a simple polka dot stencil, but I thought it would look really pretty with this. We got Audrey Blue cardstock and the Audrey Blue ink, and so I just thought a tone-on-tone thing would be really pretty. And so in that Hero Arts Infinity die set, the postage stamp shape is obviously one of the extra things that I'm bringing in, and I'm going to use that a lot across 4 of the cards. So Here I'm just bringing in some of that pattern paper. It just says Merry Christmas over and over again in all the pretty colors. And so I thought that, was just going to make my sentiment for the front of my card. I used one of the smaller dies to cut him out. And I used some Nouveau glitter accents, snowfall accents, something like that on the snow. And then I used some glossy accents for the little ball on Santa's hat. So that Nouveau stuff, which I will have it linked down over on the blog with everything else. And I had forgot to put that on my list, so I'm going to make that note. Glitters. So I'll be sure and add that to my list. I think it makes really cool snow, especially I put that BV 20 underneath it, and I really like using that for like a snow shadow. I think it works really well. It's just a very light blue violet, and I think it works for a snow shadow. Anyway, so that is the first card, and so now I'm going to move on to the tag that I Copic colored. And I have one other tag that I did, but I did not film the making of that tag because it was very basic. It was just some of that Merry Christmas pattern paper, and then I put the light bulbs all over it, and then I took a gold metallic gel pen, and I made like the string that the lights are on, and did some curls and things like that. And so I just thought that was a very simple tag. I'll show it in the end when I show the other one in the pictures at the very end. And because this video is long, it's 25 minutes long. And that's with me speeding everything up 5 times, except for the beginning where I showed what was in the kit, of course. But this is speeding everything up 5 times. So yeah, I didn't want to add any more by filming that tag, but the picture will be at the end. So this tag, this is the first time I've really attempted coloring with Copics on craft cardstock, and this is some craft cardstock that came in a Gina K kit of mine. I forgot that's another product that I need to add to my list. Craft. So it's a lot darker than your like Nina Desert Storm, but I really like the look of it better than the Nina Desert Storm. But each one has their good and bad, in good scenarios to use different things. Anyway, so here I'm just using some of my Sakura Jelly Rolls, Stardust pens, and I use those silver and gold metallic, they're Pentel gel pens, metallic gel pens, and I use those a lot to do little accents here and there on holiday cards. Okay, so this is the Mega Deco stencil that came out on one of the recent releases from Simon. And this is good for slimline card. It will do the entire card front, so you don't have to try and move your stencil and match up your pattern or anything. It'll do the entire card front. And so I liked it, but after I looked at it for a while, I decided that I didn't like how stark the white was. I mean, it's pretty, but I did decide to lightly go over it later with the Audrey blue, so it kind of just toned down the white a little bit, and so I like it a lot better. And so you'll see that in the final pictures at the end, how that turned out. So for the focal image on this card, I am using the Santa's chair that all the little critters are on, and I just thought that was really sweet that that they were occupying Santa's chair while he was out delivering gifts or making gifts or whatever he's out doing right now. And then for the sentiment on the front of this card, I'm just going to use one of the cut apart sheets from the paper pad, and it says, it's Dear Santa. It's like a letter to Santa. And so then I just hand wrote on there, define good. So I think that's a question on a lot of kids' minds, what constitutes good or or really, was that so bad? You know, anyway, I just thought it went with the fun whimsy of that card. And then to finish it off, I added some Nuvo drops in Caribbean Ocean. I thought that matched with the Audrey Blue really well. On this chair, I wanted to make it, a really fun light colored green, and I pulled out my YG 21, 23, 25, and I really struggled to get the 23 to blend to the 21. It's quite a big jump, and that's not typical of a jump in the color family of Copics. There's a couple of them in the whole Copic spectrum that are like that, and this is definitely one of them. So I had to do a little bit of tip-to-tip technique to get it to blend, and still be able to show my shadows and stuff. So, if you're having problems with the blend, the tip-to-tip is always an easy way to get that blend going between two different colors. And I take the lightest one and just rub it on the tip of the darker one just to pick up some of that color, and it makes such a difference. And I was able to get it to blend out nicely. So then we'll just go with the dog. And here again, I did try to keep it pretty simple. I did some simple browns for the dog. I did some gray for the little mouse with just a little pink in his ears, and then a red rug. Because I thought Santa would have a green chair and a red rug. I thought that would be representative of what would be in his house. After I get done coloring it, then I will just fussy cut that out, and I will pop it up on some foam tape. Then the little Dear Santa letter, I also pop it up on some foam tape on the front of our card. So I hope by showing 3 different techniques, Copic coloring, ink blending, and then just using the pattern paper and the accessories that came in the kit, is a good representation of the different things that you could do with a kit like this. There is one more card that I would like to do, and that is to on the stamp set is a like a neighborhood, and then there's the Santa and the sleigh and the reindeer, and I really do want to stamp that out and Copic color it. So I'm hoping that I will have time to do that, but I've got so much other fun Christmas stuff that I have bought that I want to get around to using before it's too late. And so I'm going to move along to something else. I've got this really pretty ornament die from Penny Black, I think. Either Penny Black or Hero Arts. I can't remember which, that I just so want to do next. And so that will be coming next. Okay, here's where my handwriting is not that good, but I figured, well, a child writing to Santa, his handwriting or her handwriting is not that good either. So, it is what it is. And I could tell I was filming in the morning here that I have sun that comes through the window really good in the morning. And so I just put my Nuvo drops down and just kind of bang it on the top of the bottle just to smooth out those drops a little bit. And then we're going to just stamp that Santa again on the inside and Sending Holiday Cheer, just using that Audrey Blue ink color that came in the kit. Okay, so now we're going to start with that ink blending card, and we start with a speckled egg, then we go to broken china, chipped sapphire, and then black soot. And I'm not being particular about going all the way to the edge because this is larger than an A2 size card, and so I'm going to be cutting it down, so don't really mind what the edges look like. And right now it looks like a hot mess, but I always go over mine like 2 or 3 times, and so by the time I'm done, everything blends together nicely, and it will look like a very nice evening sky. And I will, after I get all the ink blending done, we will add splatter with Distress Paint and Picket Fence, and then I will use my Starry Night gold, to do some gold splatter. Okay, but we're going to move along. I did go back and forth a lot in this because I had to let that dry. So I went to my pattern paper ones where I did a lot of die cutting with those postage stamp dies, and just layering up the solid color cardstock with the pattern paper that I thought went well with the 3-dimensional things that we got in the kit too. And then I will just stamp a couple little images on the inside with another sentiment, call that good. I shut my door because I could hear my littlest dog barking. There has been like a bunny or something on our patio trying to get out of the cold, and she's going like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs to want to get at that bunny or whatever it is that is on our patio that she just desperately wants. But anytime I shut my door, the other dog, which is Ethel, Lucy and Ethel, she like knocks at the door and jiggles the door a whole lot. So I am sorry for the doggy noise, but I need to get this voiceover done and this video done. So let's just proceed. So the pattern paper ones actually came together very, very quickly. I did have a little mess up here, but I meant to put down the layer of pink and I totally forgot. But it was quick enough that I still was able to peel it up and all was good. But even though these three things came together really quickly, I had still about 2 hours of footage and a couple of things I didn't get on film. Like I heat embossed a couple of the sentiments out of the stamp set. So it says peace, joy, love, sending holiday cheer. Because it was so long that my battery died, and so I kept having to charge, and so I would try to do a little bit more charge, and it got to be a whole thing. So I was just trying to push along and get done. So one of the pieces of pattern paper was an advent calendar kind of piece, and so I cut it up into lots of different pieces. I used some on the outside, some on the inside, and I also put some on the envelope, and I will have a picture of the envelope in the end with the final picture of the cards. So here is where I'm doing the splatter. I did the white picket fence first, and now I've got my Starry Nights out. I'm just going to spray in there with some of the water, and then I will mix it up really good with my paintbrush, and then I will flick it against the clear block and get the gold splatter on there too. And then I will dry that with my little heat it tool until it is good and dry. And then this is from, what is the name of that? Holiday Sparkle Greeting. And I'm going to use the joy out of it. I'm not going to use any of the little stars or sparkles or anything out of it. I'm just going to use the joy, and I'm going to heat emboss that with some Nouveau silver embossing powder that is really pretty. I love that silver embossing powder. And it's not like real flashy on there. It blends in a little bit, but I still like the way this card turned out. I think it's a very kind of sophisticated card. Then for the inside, I'm going to use one of these slimline pre-printed greeting sets that Simon has, and I'm just going to trim down one of them. I will go around the edge with a black memento marker, and I'm going to put that on the inside of the card with a piece of that outside ink blending that I cut off when I cut it down to the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I had to straighten that up because it wasn't a straight piece of paper when I started. So I just had to straighten that up and cut it to size, and then I will glue that on there and glue that sentiment strip on there, and that'll do it for that card. Except for the drying time on the ink blending. Well, the ink blending takes a little bit. That one didn't take too long really either, but I said all in all it was a little over 2 hours to get all the things created, all 6 cards and 2 tags. So that's really not that bad when you consider there's some Copic coloring involved. Then that usually takes a little bit, along with the ink blending, I guess. But anyway, so we're coming down to the wire here. I appreciate you hanging out with me for 25 minutes and watching all the things. And I am now getting into our final pictures. So I appreciate you stopping by, watching, thumbs upping, subscribing, all that good stuff, and we will see you soon in another Christmas video.